Well, hello all. John Wolf here again. We're going to do a little bit of history. How about on the New Orleans Mint? Or Nylons. All right. Now let's see. Back during the antebellum period, which was 1835 to 1861, the establishment of the New Orleans Mint was prompted by a complex of physical physical crisis in the 1830s, included a general shortage of domestically minted coinage and frequent circulation of foreign coins to alleviate the problem. Well, heck, we all want to have our own money. And let's see, back to where I was. In 1832, President Andrew Jackson vetoed the recharting of the Second Bank of the United States. He considered it an institution that, worked for the big commercial tycoons on the East Coast and at the expense of the ordinary frontiersmen of the old Southwest. That's the region Jackson was from, him being a Tennessean and all. And in 1836, Jackson issued an executive order called the Species Circular, which demanded that all land transactions in the United States be conducted in cash. So if you bought property, you had to pay for it in cash. And like I say, both of these actions combined with the economic depression following the Panic of 1837 increased the domestic need for minted money. As a result, in 1835, the U.S. government established three branch mints: the Charlotte Mint in North Carolina, the Dahlonega Mint in Georgia, and the New Orleans Mint. Dahlonega and Charlotte, they just minted gold coins because they were in a gold mining region. And that made, where New Orleans would start minting out gold and silver. New Orleans was selected because of the city's strategic location along the Mississippi River, which made it a vitally important center for commercial activity, including the export of cotton from their area's plantations, and large quantities of gold coming in from Mexico passed through the port every year. In the 19th century, New Orleans was the fifth largest city in the United States up until the Civil War, and it conducted more foreign trade than any other city in the nation. It's located relatively near gold deposits that were recently discovered there in Alabama, while the Philadelphia Mint produced a substantial quantity of coinage. It just couldn't keep up with it. So in the early 19th century, so it couldn't keep up with the coinage. It couldn't, send stuff out west real easy. So hence they put one in New Orleans, and the New Orleans produced, like I say, both gold and silver coins, and great quantity and total value, which marked it as the most important branch mint in the country until San Francisco been producing large monetary value of gold coins in the mid 1850s. The mint's location occupies a prominent place in civil history. It sits at one of the two river corners in the French Quarter, which has been the entire city of New Orleans. Under the French and Spanish rule, this location was the home of the city's defenses. In 1792, the Spanish governor erected Fort San Carlos, which later became Fort St. Charles. The fort was demolished in 1821, and the area nearby was named Jackson Square in honor of Andrew Jackson. And all right, now we'll go on to the design and construction. The Mint building was constructed of red brick, was designed by architect William Strickland in the Greek Revival style. Like most of the 19th century public buildings in the United States, Strickland, he was a student architect of Benjamin Lathrop, a disciple of neoclassicism, which he helped design the United States Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Strickland himself, based in Philadelphia, had already designed the Philadelphia Mint building and the Second Bank of the United States, and he would design the Charlotte and Dahlonega facilities as well, making him the architect of the first 4 U.S. Mint buildings. Martin Gordon supervised the building construction, which was undertaken by Benjamin F. Fox, master carpenter and joiner, and John Mitchell, which was master stonemason and builder. Now we'll come on down and had some structural problems. They had to do a few repairs, the heavy equipment and everything. So in around 1840s, the building was reinforced with iron rods inserted between the floors to help strengthen it. And in 1854, the federal government hired West Point engineering graduate, a Louisiana native, Pierre Gustave Turant Beauregard, to fireproof the building and rebuild the arches supporting the basement ceilings and install some masonry flooring. Beauregard completed the work in conjunction with Captain Johnson K. Duncan in 1859. During this period, the Mint's heavy machinery was converted to steam power, so a smokestack which has since been demolished, was built at the rear of the structure to carry away the fumes. Less than 2 years later, Beauregard would rise to national fame as the Confederate general who ordered the April 1861 assault on Fort Sumter in the Charleston Harbor in South Carolina, thus beginning the American Civil War. It was during the war that Beauregard would secure his place in American history as one of the Confederacy's most capable generals. But the man actually had a big part in making the New Orleans Mint what it is. Now, unlike any other mint, the New Orleans Mint was a factory to make coins. The operation at New Orleans Mint began in April 8th, 1838, with the deposit of the first Mexican gold bullion. The first coins, there were 30 of them, dimes, were struck on May 7th, and until it was taken over and they continued to produce coins until it was taken over by the Confederacy in 1861. It produced many different denominations, all of which were either silver or gold. In one, they produced a silver 3-cent piece in 1851, the only year New Orleans produced that one. They produced half dimes, quarters, half dollars, silver dollars, gold dollars, $2.50 quarter eagles, $3 gold pieces. That'll be a story on its own. $5 half eagles, $10 eagles, and $20 double eagles. Many characters served as cement during the early years of operation. And one of them was a gentleman by the name of John Leonard Riddell. He served as a melter and refiner at the mint from 1839 to 1848. His outside jobs, he liked botany, medicine, chemistry, geology, and physics. He's actually the inventor of the binocular microscope. And that's just a little bit of information, the gentleman with it. Now, I'm going to speed up through here. In the mint operated continuously from 1838 to January 26 of 1861. That's when Louisiana seceded from the United States. They halted production of U.S. coins then and didn't restart until after the war was over and Reconstruction was done. And they, like I say, after the recommissioning, during the second part of operation, in, 1879 to 1909, they continued minting coins there. And during the second part of operation, mint struck dimes, quarters, half dollars, $5 half eagles, $10 eagles, and in 1879 they produced only 2,325 double eagles, $20 gold pieces. And like I say, that's the quick version. I mean, there's a whole lot more information on the New Orleans Mint. But while I was up here at the Tulsa Coin Show, I picked up a couple examples of the different coins. Let's see, let's get her flipped around. Woo, there we go. Of course, everybody knows the Morgan dollar. That's get back here, 1886, New Orleans, identified by the old mint mark down there below the bow tie. And they've got a 1904 Barber quarter, again the old mint mark. And then I picked up a 1903 Barber dime, again the New Orleans mint mark, all from the Great Mint here in New Orleans, Louisiana. And like I say, I'd like to thank one gentleman helped me out that I picked it up from Paris Gold and Silver out of Paris, Texas. He was up here at the show. James, he sold me one of the Barber quarter, and I told him I'd give him a shout out. And I say, a bunch of great vendors up here. I wish you all could have been here. And we're going to kick it on over to the man, the great, yours and my boy, the Mad Stacker. Y'all go over and watch his channel. He's going to have a show for you. You have a great day and be nice to one another.